Bhante believes his purpose is not only to teach meditation, but also teaching people how to be happy. Without any further delay, with deep respect, we would like to invite Venerable Sujatha to share with us the Dhamma tonight, Taming the Ego. Let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, before Dhamma talk, let's do a short meditation. So please find a very comfortable position. Keep your back straight as much as you can. Gently close your eyes. Take few deep long breaths and relax your whole body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Observe all of the different parts of your body individually and see if they are relaxed, free of tension or strain. Anywhere you find tension or strain, concentrate your mind on that area and allow it to release and relax. Experienced relaxation and peace. Feel harmony with your body. Feel close to yourself. Now send your loving thoughts towards yourself, thinking, I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful. I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful. Understand the meaning of each word clearly and deeply, then repeat it to yourself. Now slowly turn your attention to the subtle sensation of the breath. Experience at the rim or just inside your nostril, or on your upper lip. Focus on your natural, ordinary breaths. Breathe in mindfully, breathe out mindfully. If you are distracted by a thought or a feeling or a sensation, bring your attention back gently but firmly to the spot where you experience that subtle sensation of the breath. Now observe your mind, observe your body. Your body is relaxed, your mind is calm, tranquil and peaceful. Make a strong determination to practice meditation every day, regularly, with diligence and patience. Understand how important this meditation practice. Keep yourself well, happy, peaceful and balanced. May peace be with you. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. Thank you very much. Please open your eyes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good evening, everybody. In this Malaysia Dhamma tour, this is my last Dhamma talk. This is my last Dhamma talk today. So being here almost more than 3 weeks, I get to know many of you. I can see some familiar faces. Now as a human being, I have little feeling sadness to leave you all. So anyway, suffering is optional. I have to leave. So I am ready for that. I said to Bhante Indaratana, I am ready. I am in the leaving mood right now because next 2 days, Friday morning I am leaving. So anyway, I am so happy in this beautiful temple, which I really like, this place. It's become my last Dhamma talk. So when we think about human life, we have so many internal conflicts. So many. When I say something funny, always you are smiling. Right? So it doesn't mean you don't have problems. We have so many problems. Most of them are internal. When we are smiling, nobody experience what is your internal problems. I call we have lots of wounded minds. We have lots of wounded mind. Do you agree? Right? We do. So when you are looking at me, do you see I have wounded mind? You don't see it, right? I know how to hide. So that's the nature of human beings. But I'm always inviting people, if you really want to know my problems, please come to Chicago. So if you come to Chicago, please ask other monks. Definitely they will tell you what are the problems I have. But the good thing about all of us, we know how to keep them inside. Now think about when we go out of us. When you go to work, then we see all other external people out of you, they have their own wounded minds. You can see your boss has wounded mind. You see your co-workers, they have wounded mind. Then you meet people at the bus. Sometimes you can see there are internal conflicts. When you come home, you can see in your wife her internal, the problems and conflict. When you come home, you can experience your husband has his internal, the problems. That means everywhere, wherever we go, it doesn't matter Kuala Lumpur, it doesn't matter Penang, or wherever you go in this country, or if you go to Singapore, if you go to Australia, if you go to United States, it doesn't matter. Wherever we go, always we see conflicts. When you consider different nations, different countries, different ethnic groups, even among the animals, what we see all the time? Conflicts. Always conflicts. Then I always telling people, whole world is in fire. Whole world is in his fire. If you don't have any wounded minds, if you are complete and perfect human being, I don't think you ever come to this temple this evening. I am really sure, including myself, we all have some kind of internal difficulties and challenges. What it means, do you like them? Do you like them? No. So you don't like that pain, you don't like that suffering, you don't like that difficulty, then you are looking for answer to heal those internal conflicts or our inner wounded minds. So maybe you can go and take few options to heal those things. Most of the decision we are making in our life to heal those wounds, sometimes we make more troubles and more wounded minds. Some people in the evening, they think, I am really sad, I am so angry, I have to go and relax. Then people go to pub. That's one way to do it. If you choose to do that, try it. If you can heal it, I don't think so. So now think about this evening, you decided we all have some kind of difficulties. One monk coming from somewhere, USA, and so he is giving a Dhamma talk, I am going to listen to him. You have some kind of intention, I can find some medicine for my wounded internal conflicts. That's why you made this trip. So when we have an issue, I know maybe sometimes you are working for academic level, professional world, the cooperative world. So when we have some issue at workplace, how you are going to find the answer for your issue? What is the way we are going to find the answer? Run away. Nice one, right? So just run away. So when you have a problem, you run away. What else? Understanding it. That's a good one. Okay? Run away also a good one, but it is temporary. It will come back. Right, it will come back again tomorrow. So anyway, understand it. So now next question, how you are going to understand it? So now I am, without saying all the Buddhist words, I want to check how much you understand the Buddha's teachings. I don't think whoever sitting in front of me, today you are looking for academic Buddhist course. Do you? No, you don't want. You need something practical, something profound, something you can understand, digest, something simple but great, right? Something beautiful you can understand. That's why if you want to understand your problem, your situation, how you are going to understand as a Buddhist practitioner, as a follower of the Buddha, as a follower of the Buddha's son or daughter. First, we have to understand we have a problem. People have to understand, now you know what direction I am going. Okay? We have a problem. If you don't know you have a problem, some people I can see in the world, they have so many problems, but they don't accept I have one. They act and pretend they are like a Buddha, enlightened. I don't have any problem. I don't get angry. We can see that person is angry, but he or she doesn't want to accept I'm angry. That means they don't like to accept they have a problem. So first solution, if you want to find the answer for your internal conflict, what is the first one? Understand, I have a problem. If you don't know you have a sickness, how you are going to take the medication? So you have to understand I have one. What is the second one? What is the cause? What is the cause? Where is this cause coming from? What is the cause for my problem? What is the next one? So say it loud. I cannot hear. I am so old now. Yeah, what is next one? Every problem has a solution. Then how to solve the problem? So what is the way? Which way? What is that means according to the Buddhist teaching? Four Noble Truths. How simple it is. How simple? Problem, cause for the problem, solution, how to find that solution. So whatever problems you have in your life, that is the way you have to look for the solution. So I was giving a talk at Ford Motor Corporation. So after my talk, I said how to solve the problem, because that kind of setup I cannot talk about the Buddhism. So I was so mindful what I am going to say. I said the same thing, those 4 steps. Then one engineer said, Bhante, this is the way we fix the cars. This is how Ford Motor Corporation, this is the way when we have a problem, when we are fixing the car, this is the way we solve the problem. Then I said, give all the credits to the Buddha. Then I said about the Buddha. So that's what Buddha said at Four Noble Truths. So my point is, now we have all those inner issues and difficulties and problems. Now we have to look for the cause. What is the cause? What is the cause? Craving. Ignorance. Okay, what else? Ego. Yes. Okay, so craving, ignorance, ego, everything is related to each other. Now, everything is related to each other. Let's pick one big word. What is ego? Self. Okay, great. I love this group. Ego means self. Okay? Who is self? Let's make it very simple. Who is I? Now I am asking, you say, I am so and so. So when I say, then I am asking you, who is that I? How do you define, how do you describe I? Somebody asks, don't give a Dhamma talk. Just somebody asks, there is a kid, child come to you and asks, who is I? As a mother, as a father, how you are going to define I to somebody? How you say about yourself? I am, this is my name. I live in somewhere. You can say the city where you live. I work in this company. I dress like this. I have long hair. I have short hair. I am a tall person. I am a short person. So you can talk about yourself. Then I am asking you where you dress, where you talk, where you work, where you live. Is it I? Now we have to look for the root, okay, for the problem. So is it I? Where you dress is I? Where you talk is I? No, right? No, people say no, that's not. Then people say, my body is I. That's what people go to next. Especially in the United States, people say, oh, my body is I. Okay, if your body is I, let's do this. Separate your all body parts. You take your head out and keep in one side. Both hands is the other side. 2 legs are other side. All the body part in the different piles. Now I am pointing your head. I am asking, is this I? Your head is I? Do you say yes, that's I? You don't say it. Then you say, that's not I, that's a head. That's a hand. That's a leg. After you separate it, they have different labels. After you put all the parts together and made that kind of shape, we call it body. Then we have so many bodies. Then how we are going to differentiate those bodies? How? Give a name. I am Mary. I am John Paul. I am Sujatha. Right? So then somebody shaved head and wearing the robe, he is a monk. So different pictures, we are giving different names. Then those names are I? No, right? So now we are so confused. Then who is this I? There is no permanent person there. Now, according to the Buddha's teaching, Buddha said there are two different truths in this world. There are two different truths in this world. One is conventional truth. One is conventional truth. Other one is ultimate truth. So I remember when I was like 16 years or maybe 15 years old, I was studying Abhidhamma. In that time, that's the first time I heard about those truths, two different truths. I was thinking something crazy because I don't understand. Now I get it. Now I understand. So Buddha said there are two different truths. One is conventional truth. Other one is ultimate truth. Okay? So conventional truth make names for convenience. This one we call orange. If there is another fruit, we call apple. This shape we call the table, microphone, body. What is that? Why we make the different names? For convenience. Buddha said there are such truth for the conventional truth. For making the labels and the names for our own convenience to live in this society. That's the first truth. Then the second truth, ultimate truth. What is ultimate truth means understanding there is no things called orange. This makes sense? Now we call there is an orange. That's a convenience. We have to understand this shape, this color, this taste. That way we name it orange. Then deeply we understand there is no orange. After we take all the parts out, there is no orange. Then we have an orange peel, so other part of the orange. It makes sense now? So why we are using conventional truth? For only purpose is a convenience. Other one, for our deeper understanding, if you are looking the root, what we have to understand, there is no such called permanent thing in this world. If you believe permanent thing exists, then what will happen? All the problems will come after that. So, we always talk about the soul, permanent, something permanent, the different religions. Buddha said, I cannot talk anything permanent in this world living in impermanent world. How beautiful that teaching. Living in impermanent world, we cannot talk about anything permanent. So how simple to understand that. But how many people want to understand this? Nobody. Now think about, before I come here, I was sitting outside waiting until you finish the chanting. I didn't have any idea. I know I am coming inside. I have a chair here. Now I know, because I have been here before, I know there is a chair. But I have a special chair for me. Now after I sit here, now I have a chair. Now as a conventional world, as a conventional truth, this is my chair. Now I try to sit here, I am planning to sit here again the Dhamma talk. One day Indaratana will come and try to sit here. Then I said, no. This is my chair. You cannot sit here. Because this is a sign for me right now. Why? I am the one giving a Dhamma talk. For our convenience, this is a sign for me right now. This hour. So after this hour, then I am telling him or talk to the president of the society, I said, this is my chair, okay? I am taking it home. Then there is a problem. Now think about, after sitting 1 hour, if I really attach to this chair as my chair, I put that I or ego into it. Then, now you can see how I am creating suffering. Then he said, no Bhante, this is our chair, this is belong to the society. This is the place monks are giving the Dhamma talk. How come you take it home? I said, no, I was sitting there 1 hour. This is my right. It is belong to me. I am taking it. Now we both are fighting for that. Why? I think this is belong to me. Now think about how we are creating suffering into our life. Because right after we put into ourselves into that, all the problems, attachment, desire, fight, killing, upsetting, angry with each other, all the problems come. Is it very simple and practical to understand that? So as a conventional truth, I am sitting here now. As a conventional, we have different names. But in reality, we have all 4 elements in our body, in the world. So if you understand that, there is no conflict at all. I have few experiences. One time I had the old car. Okay, I have old car. This car always breaking down. In Chicago, winter time, breaking down. Then somebody has to come and pick me. Because in the middle of the road in the snow, it's breaking down. So then one day, temple board member came to me, Bhante, this is dangerous. You cannot do that. Let's go and buy a new car. We have to have one here in Chicago at the winter. I said, okay. Then we went to Toyota dealership. Okay. Now think about how we build the ego. Okay. Put I into it. I said, okay. Then he said, okay, pick a car. I don't know about any cars, but I love colors. Temple clothes, the Blue Lotus Buddhist temple. Then I thought blue is better because temple is blue. So I pick a blue car. Still I have the same car. So I said, I like this. Then we did the driving test. Now manager or somebody came and said, okay, just wait. He got all my names and the ID number, all those things. After 3 or 2 hours later, he came and gave the bunch of, the one key and, oh, congratulations, here is your car. Okay? Now I felt, wow, I have a car now. Now then board member said, okay, Bhante, you can go home. Now the monks in the United States, they are driving, otherwise we cannot survive in the country. So now I'm many years, so almost 20 years I'm driving now, I'm so used to it. Now I'm driving. I'm extra mindful, so careful. Why? My brand new car. When I'm driving that old, the old junk car, I didn't have any idea. Just drive, just park wherever I want. I don't have any attachment to that old car now. I so worrying about this brand new car, I'm driving extra mindful. Then I park in front of the temple house, monks' residence. Then all young monks came out. Wow, congratulations, you have a brand new car. They opened the 4 doors and opened the, the trunk and everything is keep open. Then I said, don't touch. I said, don't touch it. This is my car. So now they try to start it. I said, be careful, slowly, don't be hurry. Then I realized, then I park the car. Now at night I'm sleeping. I cannot sleep. Why? My brand new car outside. If I can take it inside the room, I will. I cannot. Now all night I'm thinking, maybe somebody steal my car. Somebody come and damage it. Now that night I realize I'm thanks for the Dhamma and the Buddha. Is that wisdom is in there, my mind. I realize, what's wrong with my mind? Then I realize how many thousand times I realized middle of the night, I was driving back and forth by Toyota dealership. I did 1,000 times. I have seen thousands of cars. United States is a totally different story. Thousands of cars all over I have seen many times, but I didn't have even a little desire to buy a car. I was so happy what I had. Now, today, within few hours, I have a brand new car. It is under my name. Now I have all the problems. Who created this? The God. Who created this? Buddha? Or other monks? Or temple president? No, I created myself. Then what I did, I was keep looking for the roots. What is the cause? I put my name. I, my, and mine. Brother Billy say always 3 syndromes. I, my, mine syndrome. So when we have this I syndrome, my syndrome, the mind syndrome, now think about whole world is in fire. Why America put the bombs to other countries? Because greediness, desire, attachment. I want to protect myself, my country. Right? Maybe sometimes people say that's the right thing to do, protect. Maybe according to the politics, according to their country, maybe right thing to do. But according to the deep Dhamma, why people creating that? Because they are so worrying about something, somebody. So, brothers and sisters, what I am suggesting now, only purpose of I for our convenience. Only purpose of I for our convenience. Other than that, there is no any benefit. Right after you put your name, I, my or mine, watch yourself closely, you are creating all the problems, all the difficulties in your life. Not only your life, you are creating problems for others' lives too. You are creating problems for your country, you are creating problems for your family. It doesn't matter. That person, right after you create I into that, that means World War II, another World War will happen. That means there is a big war happening here. That means we are giving that, we are asking other people to participate into that war. You can see now how we are creating problems. There is a small discourse in Sanyutta Nikaya. The discourse, if I really remember the name is right, is called the Amisa Sutta. Okay? Amisa Sutta. So one person come to the Buddha and say, Buddha, I want to make a statement to you. I need your approval. This is a great statement. Buddha, just imagine somebody has a fire on his or her head. Now imagine everybody, you have fire on your head. I don't have problem. So we don't, because we don't have hair, right? So when you have fire on your head, what you are going to do? Meditate? What you are going to do? Water, or the roll or stop, try very fast, very quick, we try to stop the fire. Then that man said, same way, quickly, very fast, what human beings have to do. Buddha, exactly the same way, all human beings, they have to work so hard to make good, meritorious deeds. That's the statement he made. Now he needs approval from the Buddha. Now, what do you think about that statement? Quickly, very fast, we have to make all meritorious good deeds. Sounds wonderful, isn't it? What do you think? We all human beings, very quickly, very fast, like that analogy, like a fire, we have to do meritorious deeds. What do you think? Buddha didn't approve it. Buddha said no. Buddha used the same analogy. Somebody has fire on his head or her head. Same manner, somebody has to work so hard to eliminate I or ego. Eliminate I or ego in our minds and our hearts or our lives. Now think about what is the difference now. What is Buddha trying to say? Now think about how much ego we are creating. Always what we are doing, we are creating, putting I, then it's become I, my and mine. We are creating ego. We are creating ego. So now you come to the temple. Okay? You come to the temple. So you want to offer this orange to me. I don't know who did that. Thank you so much anyway. So you want to offer this orange to me, then you offer it to me, and so after you offer it to me, I just leave it, I talk to somebody else. The person who offered it to me, if I don't say thank you to you, how do you feel? Feel sad. Feel sad. This monk is not a good monk. He is giving Dhamma talks. He is crazy and he doesn't know how to say thank you. Where is his loving kindness? Maybe you call all the friends. Don't give any dana to the monk. He doesn't know how to say thank you. Now, what is that means? You are waiting for rewards. When you give it to me something, after you give it to me, my job and my responsibility to say thank you. If you have expectation, there's something wrong with you. Why is that? You are always looking for something for yourself. Now why you think, what you think, this is my orange, but it is not yours. After you give it to me, it is under my control. It is under my, it's become mine then, right? And so then you don't have any control over that. So how we are creating problems in our world? So what you have to do, when you have no ego in your head, you feel, I want to offer this orange to Bhante. You just come here, Bhante, here you go, you have an orange. I will take it. That's it. Just pure deed. You don't have any expectations, any rewards. Bhante say thank you or not or appreciate, doesn't matter for you. You just do your action lovingly, kindly and mindfully. You didn't dilute it. You didn't destroy it. That feeling, whatever wonderful feeling you had. I have many experience how people dealing with that. I don't know, I share with you this story. One lady who come to the temple, she, one day after meditation, she was so mad. After meditation. I asked why. Bhante, last 3 years, I was sitting left side of you, third cushion, 3 years. I said, so? Today when I came to the temple a little late, somebody was sitting there. That is my cushion. That is my cushion. Nobody cannot sit on my cushion. Then I asked her, who assigned that cushion to you? Nobody. I sit there 3 years. That's why it is mine. Now think about, when you use it certain thing for a while, you put yourself into it. See how we are creating the problems? How we are creating ego, how we are harming to ourselves. Now she is fighting for her cushion. Now I call the cushion addicts. We addict to cushion. Not, they are not important to practice meditation. They are really addict to the cushion. Then I said, okay, now on, you cannot sit on that cushion at all. What you have to do, you have to sit different cushions now. Now she is following my instruction, sitting on different cushion. Once in a while, she come again early. Think about how attached that place, whatever she created. Then she was sitting again, left side of me, third cushion. Then she is so proud, looking at me, look what I did, I came early. I know what she is thinking. Then now everybody is sitting almost ready to do the meditation. Somebody come very late because she is a very regular person. Then I say, excuse me, please get up and offer your cushion to somebody. She hate it. I did couple of times because then I asked her to move to different places. Finally one day she came to me and said, Bhante, thank you so much for your tough love. Why? Hard way, difficult way, harsh way. Sometimes I start to share her, tell her the wisdom. Do you understand how we are creating problem? Very simple. You are not aware about it, how much we are creating these difficulties. So sometimes even the two monks, because I think he and myself, we don't have problem because we are wearing different color robes. We don't lose, we don't get upset each other. Sometimes we are doing laundry together. Right? So most of the robes are, the standard. So when we wash robes at the temple, then other monks taking my robe, but I feel my robe is gone somewhere. I have somebody's robe. Then I said, hey guys, you took my robe. Then they are laughing at me. There is no such thing called my robe. You are the one giving the Dhamma. So then we start to laugh, So now how wonderful that noble friendship. And at the same time, we have to understand, of course, I have a robe. I wear it. It is my robe. I have to say it. It is okay to say it. But don't make a big deal out of it. Sometimes I go to room, look for my own robe. But no upset about it. But they forget about it. They think this is their stuff. But when I see it, touch it, I'm so used to it. Now think of when we so used to something, when we touch it, we feel this is my robe. So it's happened to me also. So that's why we have to meditate. That's why we have to meditate. When we have this ego, next thing, there is no benefit at all to yourself or others except conventional truth. For our convenience, except that there is no benefit having ego in your head at all for yourself or others. So when I was a young monk, I used to live in Sri Lanka many years, my first 20 years, very respectful way, a very strong conservative Theravada Buddhist country. And so, in Sri Lanka, he knows, when we get into the bus, we get the front seat. We are so used to it. So I went to Australia first time. I was thinking I want to have a bus ride. I get into the bus. My conditioned mind, I think somebody give me a seat. Everybody looking at me, they turned their head. They didn't give me a seat at all. I was so hurt. I didn't enjoy the bus trip at all. I returned to the temple. I called my teacher. I was so young. Then I said, I don't like Australia. These people are so mean. They don't know how to treat a Buddhist monk. I am done my Dhamma work. Please send me a ticket. I want to come to Sri Lanka. Then he said, okay, calm down. I will send you a ticket. I was there more than 4 years. He didn't send me a ticket. So anyway, I start to understand what is the problem. What is the problem? I am believing something about myself. So another place Buddha was talking about, I means false belief. Okay, I don't want to say the Pali words. I means false belief. Believe something not exist. I means believing something not exist. Now, I study those things, but I cannot understand. That day, because of this bus issue, I realized I am believing something important about myself. People they have to treat me, they have to respect to me, they have bow to me, they have to do it. That's how I am feeding my ego. I am a special person, but I am not. Now I understand that is the problem, that is the road. I try to understand, but I don't want to understand. I feel very scary, very fearful. Get rid that whole I thing from me. Then I am thinking to myself, question, who I am? Who am I now? If you don't have I, it's very scary. But I get it, sometime not. I get it, sometime not. I was struggling, but little by little, I understand this ancient wisdom, what Buddha shared with us. Now I am doing good, not great, but okay. Then I left the country, go to United States. First I landed to Atlanta airport, one of the biggest airports in the country. Then I walk out from the airplane. The tall African American man looking at me, walking towards me, looking at me, and he said, hey man, what's up? Then I was thinking, what is that? I'm a monk. This is the way people are talking to monks. Think about how innocent, how I feel about life. I don't have any experience. Then I was thinking, then I felt again so much hurt inside. I am so well respected in Sri Lanka. These people don't know how to respect. I feel I want to cry in the middle of the airport. But I didn't. I hold that pain. I thought, okay, please Buddha help me, and to try to understand the Dhamma. I'm getting it, but not deep. So I did it. I'm doing well. Then this is the most profound story in my life. Then one day I had the bus ride. Greyhound, we call the Greyhound bus. And at night driving, like a 16 hours, one city to another city, go to New York City. Then everybody get into the bus, sit down. But last person get into the bus, one young man, he look around. Seat next to me is the only seat remain. He felt so uncomfortable. However, no options at all, no choice. He just sat. Now sitting like a Buddha statue like this. He's not moving at all. Then I felt, oh my God, how I am going to sit like 16 hours like this? I had to talk to this person. I had to get up and go to the bathroom, right? He's sitting like that. Then I asked, hi. Then he said, hi. That's it, no talk, right? So then I thought my way, my lifestyle, I always try to talk to people. Then I thought I'm going to talk with him anyway. Then I said, how are you? What is your name? Then he said his name I cannot remember. And so, then he asked me, who are you? I said, I'm a Buddhist monk. So, are you married? He's a young man. I said, I'm not married because monks cannot marry. Oh, you are crazy. Then he was thinking I'm crazy. There's a first year in United States. Somebody said, I'm a crazy. Monks? Some monks are crazy too anyway. And so, maybe I'm crazy too, right? Anyway, so, he said, I'm crazy. I was thinking, I'm not crazy. Now I'm thinking hurt, but I understand the problem, but still feel hurt. Then he was looking at me, give me a weird look like this, and said, why are you wearing a tablecloth? So then he was thinking, I don't have any clothes to wear. Then now think about every cut in a day, how much you respect to this robe. That's how people keep in the head. That's how people bring this robe to the monks, right? Now, middle of the United States, somebody said, why are you wearing a tablecloth? So I felt I want to punch his face. But I didn't. So anyway, I understand, but I don't. Same time, I get it, I don't get it. But good thing, I stay with loving kindness. He doesn't know why people say things, why people behave certain ways. He does not know. That's why, right? So I feel so kind towards him, but even he was so mean, I felt he's mean. He's not actually. He doesn't understand, but I felt that moment because I am new, he's curious. But I was thinking he was so mean. The problem is I am hurt. Now I am digging to my roots why I feel hurt. I get it now. So anyway, end of the bus trip, I gave my card to this person. I don't know why I did that. So then he got the card. He didn't say thank you to me, just walk away. Now I moved to Chicago. Now I'm living in Chicago after 5 years later. Then I got an email from somebody. I don't know who is this person. I opened this email. Then he said his name. Bhante, I'm so and so. I met you 5 years ago at the Greyhound bus. I don't know you are alive or not. Anyway, I am trying to contact you. I am very sorry. I didn't respect you at all. I was so mean. I didn't know what I'm doing that time. That's my first year in college. I'm going to college. So I never seen a Buddhist monk before. I did my school. I'm doing well. I did my, the bachelor. And so after 4 years now I have big issue. I am having a problem with drugs. I'm a drug addict. My parents spent lots of money for me to recover, but it didn't work. Finally, my mother, my father said, go away, don't come home. We don't support you anymore. So I felt I don't have any help. I'm helpless. I thought I'm going to kill myself. Lots of suicidal things happening in the United States. So he thought, I'm going to kill myself. Then he was laying on the bed and thinking how I'm going to kill myself. Then like a dream came to his mind and thought came to his mind. Oh my God, I met a Buddhist monk. How about ask him? Maybe he will help me. Then good thing about American people, if I give something, if you give something, they put the date and label it, keep it many years. That's a good practice of them. Then he was looking for my card. Finally, he found it. He sent me an email. Please help me. There was a phone number. I called him. And then he said, Bhante, please help me. I said, I cannot help you from the distance. Why you don't come to Chicago? Then he asked me, where do I stay? I said, with me. Right? He cannot believe it. Bhante, first time when I see you, I didn't talk to you. Why? My mother said, don't talk to strangers. That's how we train. Don't talk to strangers. Now I'm a stranger to you. I cannot believe you are inviting me to come to your house. I don't know what kind of practice you are doing. I think this is enough for me to understand what we are doing. I'm coming. Then that night I talked to my brother monk who is staying with me. I said, tomorrow we have a guest. Then he asked, who is that? I said, 5 years ago I met him at the Greyhound bus. Do you know him? I said, no. Just one night I met him. What he's doing? I said he's in the New York City and studying, but he's drug addict now. Why he's coming here? He asked all the thousands of questions. I said he's going to stay with us. Then he said, what? Drug addict going to stay with us? I said, yes. Then he said, I don't like it. I said, no options. Now already I invited him. Then I said, I'm the boss anyway. And so I am the boss anyway, let him to come. So I pick him from the airport. Now he is staying with us. Every morning he get up with us. Now he is following temple guidelines. He was 6 months. He was stay with me 6 months. He didn't go anywhere without me. Only person, myself or other monk, he can go out. Otherwise he didn't go out. Okay? 6 months, he didn't do even one mistake. He did very well. Then I thought, now this is the time for him to leave. I said, my friend, you have to leave now. Then he asked me, Bhante, did I do something wrong? I said, no, that's why you have to leave. If you do something wrong, I never let you to go. No, then he's crying and sad, very emotional. I said, no, I feel sad too. I feel you are like my brother now. I feel very sad to let you to go. But I think that's not, if I'm really clinging to you, that's my ego. That means I'm hurting to myself and also I'm hurting to you. So please go. Then he asked me, where do I have to go? I don't have a place to go. I said, go back to New York City, place you were. Then he said, okay, I'm going. Then he went there, find the job and start to work, then start to study again. And he did his master's and finally he graduated, the PhD. He did his PhD and he did very well. One day he called me, Bhante, I have good news for you. I have a girlfriend. And so I really like her now, almost 2 years we know each other. She is the person I really like. I'm going to marry her. And I said, congratulations. No, Bhante, that's not enough. You had to come to New York City and do our marriage. So I flew to New York City. Whole family came together. I did the wedding for them. I signed for their marriage. And so now they have 2 children, husband and wife. They are doing beautiful life. Now the point is, it's a story. The point is the day I just ignore that person because of my ego. Do you think that person get benefit? No, not at all. So when you see some ego inside you, always think, there is no benefit for me, there is no benefit for other person. What you have to do, it is so hard and challenging and difficult. Just breathe in and out and relax your body and mind. Give it time. Give it time to dissolve. That's what I did those struggle times in my life. I didn't allow myself to sink in that garbage pile. I see little light, sometimes I don't see light. But how will I handle it? Now, I have so many experiences in my life like that. When I'm dealing with myself and other people, I felt it very difficult, very challenging because of my ego, because it's keep telling me to do this and that and talk like this and yell at that person, but I didn't. I didn't know. I know if I say something, if I take the action, there's no benefit for me or other people. So that's why this as a medicine, our meditation practice, our observation, our mindfulness practice, our compassion, loving kindness, whatever meditation practices you are doing, those are very important to see those deep root about ego and take them out. Right? Sometimes, people study about id, the super ego, right? Those things, from Sigmund Freud, the ego things. And maybe you are expecting, Bhante definitely talk about the Sigmund Freud today. And so I don't want it. I respect those people, but even you have all the information about those, the great people passing those information to us. If you cannot understand that, what is the purpose? What is the purpose? My point is, put this practice to simple way, simple manner, then you can understand. So only way to understand your ego, and when you live with other people, really focus your camera inward. Camera, you had selfie, right? Right. Thank you, sister. Take a selfie. I love it. Thank you. So selfie, hold the camera towards yourself. So, the person who practices mindfulness, exactly Buddha said in one discourse, holding a mirror in front of you. Holding a mirror in front of you. That is the person really practicing. That means we can see our own reflection. Now, look at yourself, look other people around. Don't look at other people. Oh, he has so much ego. Oh, that person is so much ego. Don't worry about other people. When I talk about the ego, then how many people think, I know many people who has my friends who has ego. How many people think like that? Always we are thinking like that. You don't want to. But don't worry about other ego, your boss ego, your co-worker's ego, and always think about your ego. So, when you are losing your ego, when you are taking your ego out, then something beautiful happens in your mind. You become very compassionate, loving person. You become very compassionate, loving person, become very humble. Humble. Chinese community, the bamboo tree very well, right? Bamboo tree. When bamboo tree is really growing high up, what will happen to the tree? Bending down, become very humble. Very humble. I remember when I was a young monk, my teacher always telling me, learn from the bamboo tree. Learn. If you are practicing as a monk, become a bamboo tree. I don't know what is bamboo tree that time. Then he said, bamboo tree is always bending. Now think about the fruit tree. When you have lots of fruits, that all the branches come down, helping the world. Now when you have a PhD, what you have to do? Become very humble. When you become a president of the temple, oh brother, sorry, become very humble. When you come to the temple, clean the temple, don't show off. So always be humble. That's why we bring our palms together. What is that really deep meaning when we bring our palms together? Bring in. Right? Most of the religion, how palms go? Most of the religions go out, right? Asking. But Buddha's way, palms come together, bring into the heart. So we become very hard, we are practicing Buddhist teaching from the heart. So that's what happened. So my own experience, I had lots of ego in my head. I am not blaming to anybody. But after I realized it, I felt I become so humble. Sometimes, the young monks like him, they are laughing at me. Why? Because I am turning into 50 next year. Sometimes even I am talking and laughing with 18 years old monk. No problem for me. Because they say, oh, you are old monk, we are young monks, okay? So they are, they're making jokes with me. But, even I am an older person now, even I can go and talk to young monks, young people, I can play with children. Why? Mind going really calm, soothing place. There's nothing to respect, nothing to show off. Very genuine, very kind, very humble person. So what I am suggesting you now, please watch your ego all the time. Only conventional truth you can keep it. There is no purpose having ego at all. Try to become humble, loving and kind person. Thank you so much.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Brothers and sisters, if you have any question, please come forward.
Okay, there are a couple of questions. Brother Willie, could you please read it one by one? Oh, there's a microphone.
Okay, there are a few questions here. Okay, for Bhante. Right. Number one, I was brought up in a Mahayana Buddhism family. My mom told me I should pray to Bodhisattva Kuan Yin when I need help. When I grew up, I learned Theravada Buddhism that emphasized that Buddha is our teacher. We have to learn and practice Dhamma. Only we can help ourselves. I got confused. Please advise.
Okay, it's a great question. So, of course, you can pray to Kuan Yin. This is a Bodhisattva. I talked to Brother Billy about it a few days ago. Sometimes people pray to the Buddha, doesn't help at all. Don't pray to the Buddha, it doesn't help. But you can go and respect to the Buddha and say, Buddha, I'm following your path, following your practice, practice your Dhamma. That's the only thing you can respect to our great teacher. But you can pray to the Kuan Yin and the Bodhisattva. Because according to the Theravada tradition, because I'm not really into the tradition anyway, and so Maitri Bodhisattva is in the heaven. According to the historical story, Maitri Bodhisattva is in the heaven. That means he is alive. So when we ask something, we have to ask somebody who is alive. Why we ask the Buddha? He is not alive, he is gone. He is not exist anywhere. So according to the traditional Buddhist teaching, praying and asking the Bodhisattva, that's the best way to do. If Maitri Bodhisattva, I never seen him yet. If he is in the heaven, he is alive. Definitely he can. If he can help, definitely he will help you. So better to pray into the Bodhisattva, not to the Buddha. Okay.
Yeah, Bhante, maybe I just like to clarify that point, because it is unusual to hear a Theravada monk to tell us to pray to Maitreya Buddha, which is not something we hear very common from Theravada monks.
That's why I said, I'm not really following those Theravada or Mahayana. So what I am suggesting, what I understand in this moment. So if I ask something, I don't ask after my mother died, Mom, please help me. I go and I call her now. I ask, Mom, where are you? Please cook something for me. Because I know she's alive. If I feel somebody's alive, better to ask that help in the common sense. No, I'm not talking about the Theravada or Mahayana. So in the common sense, I feel I am asking some help, somebody is alive. I don't ask somebody is already gone. So that's my point.
Yeah, maybe Bhante, I'd like to extend on that, because a few people asked me after you mentioned about Maitreya, they says, how can Maitreya be alive? Actually, if we look at it logically, it is possible, because before Gautama became the Buddha, or before Prince Siddhartha became the Buddha, in several lives before that, he was alive somewhere as a Bodhisattva. And he was in the heavens. And then finally he came down as Prince Siddhartha and then became the Buddha. So before Maitreya appears on earth as a human being to become the Buddha, he must be somewhere in the heavens, or maybe even on earth.
Yeah, that's what, even Theravada, traditional Theravada countries, like Sri Lanka, for example, I don't know about the other countries, we are believing the Maitreya Bodhisattva. Maitreya Bodhisattva is a heaven. We call the Maitreya Bodhisattva. We have that concept, but it's not very popular. But we have that idea. Even when I was a child, we talk about the Maitreya Bodhisattva. But we even in the Theravada traditions, we don't have pray and asking. So now in these countries, people are so used to asking and praying to the Buddha and all the deities. So then I was thinking, as a Buddhist, it's better to ask Maitreya Bodhisattva. Because, we heard the story, he's in the heaven. So I think he's listening now.
Okay, Bhante, we have another question.
So then he also said, that when we chant, the praying to the Buddha, not praying to the Buddha, we are chanting his qualities. So what I'm always suggesting, when we repeat his qualities, in that moment you understand the qualities of the Buddha. When you understand the qualities of the Buddha, then you become that kind of quality person. Then it's become automatic blessings to you. Okay? It's become automatic blessing to you. So don't misunderstand. So you have to go and respect and chant all the qualities of the Buddha and try to develop those qualities inside you. Then you get some benefit from it. That's the Theravada style.
Okay, we have a second question here, Bhante. My child eczema issue was not able to cure despite seeing many skin specialists. My Dhamma friend advised me to do merit release of captured animals. She is confident that is an effective way to solve my child's skin disease. But I'm worried that the animals, when setting free, will be captured by someone else, and even worse, that we might harm them in the process. What should I do to help my child?
Yeah. So according to the Buddhist teaching, the intention become action, right? Very simple. Intention become action. Whoever gave that advice, somebody gave really good advice. Her intention also good to help and to the the friend. And so when you do some good karmic, we don't know about our karmic journey. How do I know about my karmic journey? We don't know. But we can do always good activities. Name of it, we can reduce whatever bad karma we have. So that's a good suggestion to do. But on the process, you don't have any intention to harm those animals. I don't think so. Then there is no need to worry about it. Just do pure action.
Okay, we have the third question here. I have joined a Chinese Buddhism energy bakwa walking meditation last few months. I found it good for my health. My Dhamma friend told me that Buddhism is fake. Its emphasis on the master more than Dhamma. It will lead me to stray from real Buddhism. Can I still joining the walking meditation without attending their talk? Please advise. Thank you so much.
I don't know what is that meditation. That's the first thing. I don't know whatever meditation that person is doing. If there is something good to learn, please always learn from anybody. And also you can go and listen and do the walking meditation. I think my nature also, if somebody teach something good, I always go and listen without judgmental mind. And so try to learn something for yourself. It doesn't matter what it is, because I don't know exactly what kind of meditation they are doing. So if that person come to me and explain to me a little bit, I would like to know about it too. Okay? Thank you so much. Any more questions?
Any more questions? Please come forward. Come, Brother Jaya.
Venerable Sir, recently I received a very interesting article on meditation through WhatsApp, and I thought it was good enough for me to forward it to my brother who resides in London. Mm-hmm. He read it, and then he came back to me and he asked me one question which I was not able to answer. He said, there was a very interesting article on meditation. Now what happens, he's not a meditator I think. Mm-hmm. He asked me, what happens if I get into a very deep concentration and I'm not able to come back into my body? Mm-hmm. My mind is separated from my body. So I went back to him. I said, I've never come across a situation like this amongst meditators. Neither have I read it anywhere. I told him, I'll try and find the answer and come back to you. So I thought this would be a very good opportunity for a learned monk like you to enlighten me and my brother. Is it possible for a mind to be separated from the body and not able to come back?
So I think, those, there are some stories happen. I don't believe it. I don't believe it anyway. Sometimes when new people, when they come to meditation, first they think about the result, even before they try it. So how people they know the result before they try it? Because they are talking and take all the wrong information from other people, and they are going out of their body, they cannot come, and I think it's never happened. Don't worry. So, but there is one thing I heard, one of my very senior Buddhist monk who passed away, he said something. When your mind is very weak mentally, there is an opportunity to certain, the things sneak into your mind. So, that's why in the Buddhist teaching, before we start to meditate, we chant the qualities of the Buddha and doing some ritual to feel ourselves good about ourselves, what we are doing, if you don't have that strong mindset. So in the Buddhist countries, before their meditation, they do their prayers, so whatever chanting they are doing, so then they start meditation. Please advise him, don't worry at all. And those things easily never happen to a person. I never heard even one. So those are kind of, the stories people created. Yeah, it is very sad sometimes. Yeah. So anybody going crazy after doing meditation? I don't think so, right? Everybody feel peaceful. And one thing I am suggesting, if you really want to start meditation, find a teacher first. Don't do reading a book, read the book, I am going to meditate now. Then again open the book, I am going to meditate. Don't do that. I know many people doing that. Listen to YouTube clips and doing meditation. It is okay to try it, but always find somebody you feel right. The noble friend, Kalyana Mitra, as your teacher. In the beginning, 6 months or 1 year, teacher will guide you. I think that's the best suggestion I can make. Okay? So thank you.
Come, sister, please come.
Okay, I always have a nightmare, and I will talk at night and I will scream at night. Almost every night I sleep, I will talk and I will scream. Is it I'm having a weak mind or I'm having any problem? After doing meditation, I thought it will help, but it's still the same.
Of course, don't misunderstand. Of course, when we have weak minds, always see so many dreams. Personally for me, I don't see that many dreams, very rarely. So if I see a dream, something related to that day. So when we have so many things happening in our mind sometimes during the day, at night is really bothering to our sleep. So keep doing. Now you are so conditioned to that. That's why it keep happening. Something happening again and again and again. That means you are so conditioned to it. Now you have to break that condition with something good. So what you have to do, keep doing every day short meditation before you go to bed, and also you can do some chanting for that purpose. Then you feel good about it. That's the suggestion I can make. Try it every day. Don't give up. After doing meditation, still you see those freaky dream. Don't think, oh, my meditation doesn't work. No, keep doing it the same thing again and again. That means we have to replace with something good. Okay?
Any more question? Maybe one last question before we invite Venerable to lead us in the sharing of merits.
Okay. I hope everybody enjoyed this evening. Thank you so much for doing this. So we are going to transfer. Okay. So we are going to. So we are going to say the Jayamangala Gatha. Okay. Bahun sahasamabinim mita sayudantang girimekalang udita gora sasena marang dana di dhamma vidina jitava munindo tante yasa bhavatu te jaya mangalani Maratire mabiyun jita sambaranting goram panalawakamangka matandayang kang Kanti sudanta vidina jitava munindo tante jasa bhavatu te jaya mangalani Nalagiring gajawarang atimanta butang dawangi jangka masaniwa sudarunantang Mettambuseka vidina jitava munindo tante jasa bhavatu te jaya mangala Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, now we are going to transfer merits for our departed relatives. Idamme ñātīnaṁ hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idamme ñātīnaṁ hotu Sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idamme ñātīnaṁ hotu Sukhita hontu